Hey guys, today I have a more candid video. I am not even going to put on any special lighting or any special recording setup. Basically, I want to address a couple of things. There's a bunch of people out there on the internet who talks about the up and coming and impending plastic-free packaging for Hasbro. And I know there's a lot of white noise around it, but I think I just want to chime in on this. I'm not only going to talk about the obvious, but I'm also going to try to think of a solution for Hasbro. Of course, a toy company like Hasbro, they don't need to listen to a small channel like me, but in case if they ever come across this video, which highly doubtful, but if they do come across it, do kind of consider what I'm saying, and perhaps even the little quick solution. So yeah, by now everybody knows what this whole deal with the plastic-free packaging is, and personally I am for and oppose it. I'm all for the environment. I am for it for packaging such as the Black Series, which I think first of all has more plastic in it, and second of all, as much as I like the current packaging, if they really need to go with it, I think that look, you gotta embrace change. Change is always, inevitable, and sometimes I think this, even though it does benefit Hasbro financially, it is for good change. You gotta think about how much waste each human puts out, and it's just phenomenal if you think about it. So anything would help, I think, even if the impact seems small, it all adds up. And according to people who's worrying about figure swap, I think a way of doing it is like right after you check out, in front of the cashier, you open it up in front of them and say, look, I want to make sure that this stuff is like, in there. It's not like a Hello Kitty doll or something that you just open it up right in front of them. And they can't fault you if they open up in front of them and then all of a sudden it turns out to be a Hello Kitty doll. So, I think that's how you kind of deal with that. But, it's a special situation, but I think everybody just has to get used to it. But for the TVC, I am in the very opinion that I think that just for this line, it's already a small line within the big offering of the company. I think that it's worth keeping it, because this is what they're going for. It's just the vintage collection. It's the nostalgic feel of these figures with the photos and the card back and all that stuff. I mean, TVC collectors are even, thinking about things like hole punch and just very, very specific stuff. So I think this is, well worth to consider that just for this line, just leave it alone, because the impact that you make from this just one line is not going to make a huge difference, particularly that if there's one line that people don't open the package much, it's the TVC line. So anyways, I have a quick suggestion to Hasbro. If they want to just keep this, there's still a way to keep it eco-friendly, and it is such. Like, now, if you guys all understand this is kind of a pseudo unboxing video, but I hope it's clear. Let me see. Yeah. So this is the Clone Trooper. I always thought I'm going to do a review on it, but there's so much reviews out there about this. I'm not going to add any more value to this, but so I'm going to open this up and kind of just demonstrating what I'm thinking right here, right? So, okay. Here I am the subset of TVC collectors that opens the box. So some of you might be horrified, but here you go. So, okay, this is the card, by the way. This card back over here. Yeah. Okay, you guys seen it before. Now for this package, you have this over here, which of course you have a piece of paper over here too. You have this over here, and it is pretty much standard, right? As you can see, it's standard size. I'm sure it's the same for every single figure, right? So don't change this, or maybe change it very little according to what I have to say. Then you have this part over here, and the job of this is to actually be able to float this part, obviously, like this, and then be able to show you the figure and accessories and put it in an organized way, right? And I think there is a way of saving even more plastic. For example, if you're to cut it along, let me just kind of demonstrate here. If you actually do have a tray, like so, there you go. I can take that. So plastic, and if you really want to reduce plastic, I mean, I'm thinking this is worth about like at least 1/4 of the plastic goes to this thing over here. This rib over here, it's actually for probably, you know, making it more sturdy in this direction structurally. So I would suggest, if that's really important, just put it on this thing. I'm sure people is going to forgive it if the rib is actually on the package itself. It doesn't have to be, you know, just right here. So when it won't crush it. And I would think that this thing right here, I know, like, of course, like if you do it like this, of course you're going to float it and it's going to wiggle in there. That's not good. But thinking there's a couple of ways to do it. One is, for example, you in the mold of it, you mold like these pegs, these almost like, you know, legs in there. That's one way of doing it. Or you have a reduced amount of this in a corner, right? Or what I've seen a lot is actually if this is flat, and you see a lot with the lunch packages, you see like there's a divot over here. It's molded and there's a divot. And then once it goes in here, it goes snap. It snaps in there, and it should hopefully hold it in place. And you know, just if you can imagine, there's these like divots that are along here periodically. I think this is much better than saying getting rid of the plastic entirely. And if you actually think that, you know what, most figures aren't even this thick, you might even want to like just reduce the depth of this package. I think it's fine, you know. So there are ways of saving plastic over here further. And again, I'm arguing that for PVC, just leave it alone and just reduce the plastic. So anyways, now that since you have this video of this thing over here, yeah, I mean, this figure is great, you know, go get it, whatever. Helmet's big. I don't really like this mold that much, but what I do love about this is that the new, oh my god, okay, the new generic, this is weird, okay, maybe I don't like it that much. No, actually, I love it. Here, the new Tim Morrison generic clone trooper head sculpt, which I actually dig more than previous one. I forgot what's the other actor's name, that depicts the younger clones, something Bodhi, right? I'm sorry guys, I'm just not 100% with it today, but so that's a figure review. There's not much to it, but I mainly want to talk about this. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. You know, feel free to comment about it. I know it's a really like hot topic. Be polite, you know. I mean, I am very open to people's opinion, even if they differ a bit. You know, if you're a jerk about it, then I don't know. It's just not cool. All right. So, anyways, I will come back with more videos and my usual custom showcases and also other reviews. And then, so yeah, you know, I'll come back in a couple of days. So, all right. Talk to you guys soon and enjoy your day. Thank you.